Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are going to break down 3 absolutely essential blues licks that are going to be the foundation for your soloing. So go ahead, grab your guitar, and let's dive right in.
Because that's really what we're doing here, right? Learning to solo isn't just about memorizing notes on a fretboard. It's about learning a language, a whole new way to communicate and express yourself. And today, we're going to learn your first few words. So what even is a lick? Well, think of it this way. It's a short, catchy musical idea. If a full guitar solo is like a paragraph, then a lick is a single, powerful sentence. It's one of those core building blocks you'll use again and again.
Okay, to get started, we need a playground. And for this explainer, we're setting up shop in the key of G. Now, why G, you ask? Simple. It's one of the most friendly keys on the guitar. Everything just sits perfectly right under your fingers.
Now, don't worry, we are not about to get bogged down in a bunch of music theory. The only thing you really need to know is that all 3 licks we're learning today, they all come from one simple source, the G minor pentatonic scale. This 5-note scale is the secret sauce behind countless blues and rock solos. Okay, now this is where the magic really happens. This breaks down the actual sound of the blues. Within that scale we just mentioned, these 3 notes do all the heavy lifting. You've got G, that's your home base, where everything feels resolved. You've got D, which gives you the strong, stable feeling. And then you've got that magic blue note. That's the one that adds all the tension and that soulful character we all love. All right, let's get to our very first lick. We're calling this one the starter. Why? Because it's a phrase you are going to hear everywhere. It's got this really cool call and answer kind of feel to it. Before you even touch the strings, let's talk about the feel. This is not about playing notes like a robot. You got to think of it like a conversation. You play a little phrase, that's the call, and then you play a response. It needs to have that relaxed, bluesy swing to it. Okay, ready? Here are the mechanics. We're on the 3rd string. You're going to slide your index finger from the 5th to the 7th fret, then hammer onto the 8th with your pinky. Pick that 8th fret note one more time, give it a little bend up, and then release it, and then you bring it all home right back where you started, on the 5th fret. That last note, that's the answer to the call. Let's move on to our second lick, the bender. And this one is all about emotion. The string bend is one of the most expressive things you can do on a guitar. It lets you mimic the sound of the human voice. And this right here, this is the goal. You're not just pushing the string up, you are making it sing. You're aiming for a vocal, almost crying kind of sound. This is all about control and just milking every last bit of emotion out of that one single note. So here's how you do it. Head over to the 2nd string and plant your middle finger on the 8th fret. Little tip, use your ring finger to help support it. It gives you way more strength. Now pick the note and bend it up until it sounds exactly like the note at the 10th fret. Then you release the bend, play the 6th fret, and hammer right back on to the 8th. It's just a beautiful, flowing phrase. And for our 3rd and final lick, we have the ender. This is a classic turnaround lick. And a turnaround is just a fancy name for a phrase that's designed to signal the end of a musical section and lead you smoothly right back to the beginning again. The magic of this lick is really in its texture. You get this bright, ringing open string, a quick flurry of notes, and then this super smooth slide down the neck that just feels like the perfect ending. It's like it's saying, all right, we're done here for now. So this one combines a few different techniques. You're going to start on the 2nd string, play the 5th fret, and then pull off to the open string. Then you jump over to the 3rd string for a quick little triplet run, frets 5, 7, and 8. You'll finish the whole thing off with that really satisfying slide from the 8th fret back down to the 5th. So there you have it. You've learned 3 distinct blues sentences, the starter, the bender, and the ender. Now, what do we do with them? Well, we start building your very first solo. This is the moment where it all starts to click. You officially have the vocabulary. You have the building blocks. The next step is to stop thinking about them as these separate little exercises and actually start speaking the language of the blues. And here is your roadmap. First, just master each lick slowly. Remember, speed comes from accuracy, not the other way around. Second, go find a backing track online. That's your new practice band. Third, start applying the licks in a real musical context over that track. And finally, connect them. See what happens when you play one right after the other. And just like that, congratulations, you're soloing. Now this slide right here, this is your secret weapon because it tells you when to use each lick. Think of it as your cheat sheet. When the band is playing that G chord, the starter is going to sound amazing.
When they switch to the C chord, try throwing in the bender. And when you get to that D chord right at the end of the progression, the ender is your go-to move.
And please, remember this, these licks are not rigid rules. They're just starting points. Try playing them faster or slower. Add a little bit of shake with some vibrato. Change up the rhythm. This is how you take these classic ideas and start to develop your own unique voice on the guitar. And that's really what I want you to take away from all this. You haven't just learned 3 patterns of notes on a guitar neck. You've learned your first 3 words in a new language. So now the only question left is, what kind of story are you going to tell?